on? I know it's early, but what are maybe the themes or things you're looking for in these first 2 days of on-ice action?
Well, as you can see, it's a high volume of skating. We met early yesterday morning and talked about how good the camp was last year. I've been in situations where you have a really good camp, have a good year, which I thought our year was good, but we just played 10 extra days after. But I've seen the next year's camp lose a little bit of its focus and being on your toes. And I think that's very important. That is the biggest theme of the beginning of this camp, is making sure we're doing more. We're on our toes even more, and just being businessmen. And I've been very pleased with the first 2 days. High volume of skating, and they've really hung in there.
You don't want the guys to think, well, we know what camp is like now because that's how it was last year. You want them to have something else to consider.
Well, I think I'm adding more to the camp because I think we've grown, not only in the mental part of it, but also the physical part, the skating. And we just had a sign put up yesterday morning at 9:30 while they were dressing most of the guys in the main room. And I've talked about it from that book, Good to Great. The first line in that book is, good is the enemy of great. I think we're a good team. I think they should feel really good about what strides they made last year. But you're a good team. Yeah, you're a good team, but you're nowhere near where you need to be if you want to keep on playing in the playoffs. So we have to get better, and we have to be better coaches. We have to be in better condition. So we're adding more layers to us, and I think the most important thing is the mental layer. That wasn't good enough last year. Strides, yes, but we need to be better.
Did your results of the running test or the skating test, did those reveal improvement on the whole for you?
Yeah, the running test, there were some good scores. The running test I didn't mind. There were some pretty good scores there. The skating tests, there were some really good scores, and then there were some surprises where that I didn't expect the score to be so high. So, listen, I don't want. It's very important because I think it shows how you went about your business during the summer. But I'm not going to bury a guy because there's a high number early on in the camp. There's so many variables as far as the volume of skating that you got to be really careful how you go about your business there. But in general terms, one of the biggest points in the camp is when we're doing these skating drills, wherever they start, they need to end it. They can't glide to where they started. I just want them to finish every drill. I want them to finish every skate, and I think that's what develops a mindset here of trying to improve and trying to get better.
Think of a player who's sort of lost his place or lost his role a little bit here in the last year. Do you expect some bite, some push from Ryan Murray in this camp?
You know what? I hope Murray gets sick of hearing me. I just like him to say, you know what? I am tired of listening to your. I'm going to show you, and because he's listened to a ton of it from me, and because I know how good he can be. So I hope he has an attitude of, I'm tired of you. I'm going to show you, and that I would love that. He doesn't have to speak one word to me the whole year to jam it to me, because then I know he's helping the team because he's ready to play. I think that highly of him as a player.
Yeah.
It's there. Somehow we've got to get it out of him, and he's got to be sick and tired of listening to me. So I hope that maybe that helps.
Is this you banging on him in practice, in the room, everywhere?
I mean, he spent a lot of the year doing a lot of talking about as far as raising the level of conditioning, of mindset, everything we're talking about prior to that question today. Ryan Murray can lead the pack, and I think today's scrimmage game, I thought he played very well.
Yeah.
But he's got to keep on growing.
Right.
Look at our back end. If Murr starts playing, that's a really good situation for our back end. So what he thinks of me, or because I really like the kid, but he's got to be tired of listening to me. So I hope he just does that, just so I don't have to listen to the crap anymore.
It's important for him to know. I think a lot of people say, "Oh, well, it's Werenski and Jones, it's Jack and Savard." He shouldn't look at that way, correct?
No.
I'm a third pair guy here.
No,
Should be trying to
no,
upset the apple cart.
he should be looking to try to get into the top four. Yeah, because I wouldn't be banging away at it and harping on it if I didn't think that he could do that. I've told you guys many times, I think I've hurt players because I've asked them to do things that they just weren't capable. And I do. I think you got to be really careful as a coach because you may set them back, and you may not retrieve it. With Murr, I think there's so much there, and but eventually the player, it can't be me trying to squeeze it out of him. Eventually the player is just going to say, you know what, I'm going to show you. Yeah. And I think Murr's at that point. I do. I think he's at that point. I hope he is.
I mean, it's only been a few days. Have you seen anything different with him?
Oh, we will. I don't think his conditioning's bad, but it's just so early here. We'll see as we get into the exhibition games, and he's playing against different people that that he isn't having lunch with, and but I just think there's so much there. There's so much potential, and I hope he wants to get it out. I'm going to try to help him get it out of him, but eventually it comes down to the player getting it out of himself.
When you have a player like Cam who's improved every year statistically, and he's going into a year where he's playing for his next contract as well, how do you see a guy handle the pressures like that during a season of, I want to obviously produce for my team, but there's also a contract out there as well?
Yeah, I don't know about the contract. I just know Cam. I just think he wants to get better. Yeah, I know he wants to. We had a couple of texts this summer. I was checking in on him with his wedding, and he sent me a text. I won't tell you what he said, but it was in general terms, I'm going to be better. And he has to be better. This is all things when he has to be better. Nick has to be better. Panarin comes in here. We hope he lights it up. If we're going to keep on growing as a team and play more than a week and a half, everybody has to be better. I think Cam has that in him. He has that. I think he has that burn. He wants to be the best he can be, and I don't think he thinks he's there yet.
John, last year you had the World Cup. This year, do you feel like you can get more out of camp knowing that you were here the whole time without that distraction?
Well, I was here most of the camp last year. Remember, we didn't win a game in that World Cup. Very well chronicled. Not you, no. We didn't win it. We didn't, and I was here. And I tell you, it was really weird for me because I was really upset that that we didn't produce the way we needed to produce in that tournament. But then when you move away, and I remember driving back home, back here to camp, I was really excited about being with the team. And it was a very important year for us together, for them to get to know me through the camp and me them. So if there's a little bit of a light in a really a miserable time for us in USA Hockey at that point in time, that was it. You were able to shoulder in with these guys here. So yeah, so we've grown together. I think we have a really good understanding, and looking forward to another camp with them.
With the volume of skating that you're having these guys do in the first couple days, are you looking to get that mental bite that you were talking about with Murr? Is that what that maybe ultimately will do?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys saw the first skate. Cam Atkinson, his strides were probably 2 inches. 2 inches. I mean, usually you're trying to stride it out. By the end of one skate, they were there. He couldn't even move, but he finished to the line. That's the mental part of it. That's not giving in. And I look at the times, and the boys clamor around the times when they're posted on the board, and I don't put a whole hell of a lot of stock into it, but I certainly put a lot of stock into a guy giving in or just simply finishing and making sure I finish. And Cam couldn't move, but he finished. I watched another kid, a young kid, yesterday. I was worried because I thought he was going to drop, and we still had quite a bit of skating to do. Can't remember his name. I wish I could, but that's the first guy I went to after the skate was over because he finished. He did he worked every one. It was ugly, and I wasn't sure if he was going to get there, but he finished. That's the stuff I love to see, and I think that's the stuff that gives you a fiber of your team, your core, just your culture, and yeah. So that's a lot of this is that. It's not the numbers, it's finishing and not giving in, and all that stuff that comes with it.
Lino said your grin is the worst part of the whole thing.
What's that?
Your grin is the
My
worst
grin?
part of it.
No, I'm not.
That's what he said.
Like Doobie came up to me today, skated by me up there today. He says, "Is this the best day of your life, of your year?" And it really isn't. But I think it is so important, and I know they feel it. I know they know. It's almost like, you know, they almost are giving me the finger and say, "You're not going to break me here." You know, I heard a player say it to me today. "You're not going to break me," and that's great. I mean, are you kidding me? I hear that, and I'm just, you're damn right, I'm grinning. So you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not for me to look to pound my chest and kick the hell out of these players. I think it's what we have to do, and I think it'll pay off. I've seen it pay off. I think last year we made strides with some of this stuff paying off. We got to continue.
And Aaron looked good at the end of it. Abramov looked good. Do you ever see some guys where you think, God, this guy's no limit, I can't reach this guy? Or is everybody kind of dead at the end?
Everybody's kind of there. Yeah.
Most guys decided, but
Well, some guys, like Panarin, his skates are just on top of the ice. And these skating drills, I look at some poor souls out there where they're 2 feet in the way, just because it's just skating. It's just the way they play and the way they skate. They have to give so much more. Panarin's giving.
Yeah.
It's just that he has that ability. And some of these other guys are digging in, but they're finishing. I haven't had really one problem with people finishing, and that was at our meeting early in the morning before before the first day of camp. I made that point. That's the key thing. I wanted Panarin to understand that. I wanted all the new guys to understand that. Just finish. It may be a lousy number, but just finish, and we'll get along just fine.
goals don't mean too much in these scrimmages necessarily, but did you draw anything from Dubois?
I thought he had a good scrimmage, yeah. I thought he had a good scrimmage. I thought the second scrimmage was him. Sonny had a really good scrimmage. I thought Bjorkstrand did. I don't want to name a lot of names because there are other people that played well, but you're asking me about Dubois. It's a big camp. I think he's much more prepared. I think he's more relaxed. You have to remember last year, guys, the exhibition season was set up differently. We had a game the second day. I mean, this poor kid, Dubois, who's a third pick, and there's all this talk about him, he can't even get up and down the ice because of how tired he is, because of the volume of skating we're doing, and we're playing exhibition games. Like I said last year, I didn't care about the exhibition games. The conditioning is more important to me. Billy Zito and I have really come set up the camp the way we want. We already set up next year's also, because I think it's that important for this year. And I do think Dubois will understand it better too. Your second whack at it, it's going to be easy. And he had a really good year. He's been around some really good players in some of the tournaments he's played. He should feel good about himself. I thought he played very well today.
When you're missing a guy like Josh, is there anyone that you're paying attention to right now? You're saying this is someone that's taking advantage of an opportunity?
Oh, yeah. If there's people that aren't on camp and the position's open, and we're not going to wait. I told the group, we're not waiting. We're going to coach the guys that are here, and yeah, that's what's healthy about our situation right now is we have a number of people that want to play and that have the ability to step into this lineup here. They have the ability to win a job. That's really healthy as we've grown as the Columbus Blue Jackets. We have a very competitive camp here, so we'll see where it goes.
So when Wenberg gets here, whenever he gets here, does he have to go through a lot of the stuff?
Oh, he's going to do them all. Yeah, he'll do all the tests. Yeah.
He was the smartest guy in the world.
No,
Just giving him
that's what the
just-
boys were saying.
Yeah.
That's what I think Shawsey was saying. He says the agent's really smart.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
He's in Toronto, so
no,
it's like,
no,
all right,
he's not getting away with it. Though. We'll
Is that going to be you out there with the stopwatch?
yes,
Wow,
yes,
Personal.
yes, yes. So Jens, same thing. Yeah, everybody has to do it, and they'll want to do it.